Hello everyone, I'm back and it feels great to be back here to be casting some Age of Empires for all of you. Today I'll be covering the Specialists Cup organized by Xardas, who is doing an amazing job. I was surprised because, as you know, I've been a little bit absent, some vacations, taking care of this and that, and I wasn't following how everything has been going on, and I was checking what matches has been casted. The coverage for the Specialist Cup has been quite amazing, and I've played 2 sets already. Won't reveal how they went in case of spoilers or anything, but they were a blast. I'm having a great time. Can you hear me properly? I saw a wait there. I hope you can hear me. Okay, I think audio is okay. And hello, Paumat, thank you for being here. Xardas is here, and Harry T, of course, I'll be covering you. I'm very hyped to be covering the Specialist Cup, but some of you might be wondering, where's Dizzy? I was supposed to be casting with Dizzy. Unfortunately, this is not a bit, this is not a joke. Dizzy is a little bit under the weather, so we both agreed that it would be a lot better for her to get some rest, to recover, so she won't be joining today. I'll be solo casting, but I am very hyped to be covering. Mr. Planner finally playing his sets, yeah. And before we start, I just want to get something done real quick. There's another event going on that I want to share with you. I think it will be okay. Let me just go to this view. Currently there's the Tiny TCC going on, organized in T90's Discord, and I'm also part of this event, and this is one for the fun. It will be all tiny maps. I'll be playing my first match this week. I'm here in the smaller set. I think these are not smaller. I'm on the Maluki. I think these all are small in different languages, and my bracket, my first match will be against John Perkins, great player. I've played him before, and I love the names I see in my set. I mean, an amazing bracket there, but we have a lot of sets here. Parvos, this one is funny for me because when you call someone Parvo in Portuguese, it's basically calling someone stupid. So these names make me laugh. But yeah, this is another event that's going on and starting this week. I will also be covering it with Dizzy, but now the focus... Oh, let me go to the correct view. This one, of course. Now the focus is the Specialist Cup, and we have Harry T playing against Sneaky Stab. And starting right off the map with a map draft, we start with 2 random bans. We got Sacred Springs and Lead Madness Auto. These are 2 maps that I absolutely love. So if this was my set, I would already be annoyed. And then for the home maps, we have Atacama for Harry T. Atacama is kind of Arabia-like, but with more dense wood lines in the middle and scarce wood lines scattered throughout the map. We have higher ground. I haven't seen this map being played yet, so I'm curious. And then we have Dry Graveyards. This is my least favorite map to play. Let's see how it is like to cast, and it will be the first one. And now regarding the drafts, we have for Harry T, he banned Mongols, Chinese, and Dravidians. Some very solid and versatile civs. I don't know if these bans were targeted or if it's just banning strong civs, because all 3 of them are great bans. And then he picked Berbers, Franks, Vikings, Huns, and Malians. So I see Berbers, Franks, and Huns for the cavalry. Vikings? I wonder what the Vikings are for. They do have great militia line and everything, but I don't feel like they are one of the top civs right now. Malians are always amazing, but the Vikings pick does make me curious. Maybe Harry T has something planned in specific. And for Sneaky Stab, we have Lithuanians. They are amazing in that first map because of the amount of relics, and of course Sneaky Stab is the guest, so he picked the first civ and he took Lithuanians right away. Persians and Cumans, Saracens and Magyars, so a lot of focus on cavalry and all very high tier civs. Mongols wasn't targeted, but Sneaky has been playing a lot of Chinese and Dravidians in 1v1. So okay. Yeah, Mongols are just a solid ban. But yeah, a lot of cavalry from Sneaky Stab. I mean, we are casting open land. For those of you who don't know, the Specialist Cup has 4 categories: open land, water, hybrid, and closed maps. I'm playing on the night bracket, once again, on the open land section of the competition, and cavalry is strong in open land, so this draft makes complete sense. But rather than assuming and trying to guess what the players are going for, I'm hyped to cast. I'm hyped to be here and to cast some specialist cups. So let's jump right into match number 1. Yes, I still got it. I still know how to stream. I still know how to change my scenes and transitions. And without further ado, let's go. And hello everyone, and welcome to the first match I'll be casting here today. This is the Specialist Cup Open LAN brackets, and this is the Lancer Group B. And here in the south, in the teal color, we have Sneaky Stab playing with the Lithuanians. And in the red color, and I was just looking at the elo, with a surprising whopping amount of 1600 elo, we have Harry T in the red color playing as the Berbers. And if I remember correctly, this is the highest elo Harry T has ever reached, so clearly a player that's on the rise. And dry graveyards, of course, we see Lithuanians here. No surprise at all. The first thing that pops right out at you when you load up this map is the ridiculous amount of relics, 11 relics. So the goal of Lithuanians is to get 4 relics, 5 relics, I mean, and in this map it will be very easy. And congratulations, Harry T. It's funny, there was a time where my gameplay was very good, there was a time when my gameplay was very bad. Now I feel like one game I play like a 1200, the other next game I play like a 1600. I haven't been playing horribly, I haven't been playing amazingly, I've been playing inconsistently, which is not that good, but we do see the deers getting lured. This, if I remember correctly, Lancer is one set above my own. These players are one bracket above mine, and I was one of the top elos, the top seeds. I think I was seed number 3. So I could have been placed here if my performance lately in the rank ladder had been a little bit better. We see the safe boars, both of them there in the back. Here the board in the front, Harry T pushing off some deer. Berbers versus Lithuanians. I prefer the Lithuanians here, Civ-wise, but the Berbers are also very good Civ in any kind of open map. You can go for the camels, you have a very complete stable, so the camels can shut down some of that night pressure. I think early castle will be key in this game. Feudal with the scouts and everything, but whoever gets first to castle, whoever gets the knights rolling, whoever gets that first pressure, the timing will be key, because if Lithuanians can stabilize, I think they win. But I feel like Harry T won't allow the game to reach that point. I mean, he's here in chat, so probably he's either thinking, oh, great call, 10 out of 10 caster, or he's thinking, oh, you are completely wrong, and laughing to himself, but let's see. Of course, at TC low, 1 second of idle TC time for each player. It is to be expected. We see 2 on wood and 2 on wood, and this is normal for going up with 18 villagers, getting that stable down very quickly. Feudal, scout versus scout, that's what I'm predicting. Probably some spears being added to... Ooh, that was close. Some spears being added to assist the scouts in the battle. If one player gets spears and the other doesn't, then the player who got spears has a slight advantage in the engagements. He'll always be slightly ahead. Now we see the mill being added. And this is normal when you are going for scouts. You can add the mill a little bit later. Sometimes when you see the delayed mill, it could also be for an early barracks, getting a barracks instead of a mill. But here I think getting the mill is the better play. You won't get much. Nice, good job. And I hope, technically wise, everything is okay. And we see... I was about to say, oh, those are 9. You should be 8. No, these players know. Harry T knows build orders. Harry T has studied the art of war. He knows that it is 8 onward. And let's see if Sneaky Stab... Honestly, Harry, feel like if you zoomed out a little bit, you could play a little bit better. And Stingy Snap has 10 on wood, a little bit more. Xardas with the AOE2 Specialists official account. Palmet is also participating in this tournament. I think, if I remember correctly, your matches have been cast. If not, I don't have any of your matches planned to cast today. Okay, a little bit of pausing. But I do want to cast one of your matches, Palmet. And hello, Zumu, great to have you here. Yeah, they have. Oh, because I looked for them. I prefer to have some variety. It's so scuffed, man. And we do see both players adding the staples right away. That is to be expected. I wonder if we will see, yeah, some spears. And of course, the Lithuanians do have the... every time I watch your stream, I think... I was reading chat. That's my... I don't know what I didn't see, but I was reading chat. That's my excuse. But yeah, we have a spearman out, we have a stable out. We have some wallings to defend. Not you, Nando. Okay. I understand you're talking to Harry T. Okay, about the zooming in. Because he plays with the laptop. Oh, yeah, now I understand. No worries. We see some scout on scout action here. The Berbers did have the better engagement there. Some scout on scout action there. So far, everything going as predicted. A spear here to help defend. A single spear from either side. They are playing this completely mirrored. Both are playing the exact same style, exact same units. Oh, this wall. I hope the villager finishes it. The spear is there. Some villagers are a little bit exposed. This wood line here is rough. Yeah, I didn't talk about map gen. Safe gold and stone for Harry T. And safe gold for both of them. Oh, Dizzy, unfortunately, I'm glad you asked. Dizzy is a little bit sick. And we decided it is best for her to rest instead of trying to push it. And so I ended up casting alone. Probably I'll be casting with Dizzy next week. Oh, this wall. This is why you pressure. If Harry T wasn't getting pressured, he could scout here, he could add a juicy wall there. Harry T missed this ship. This villager here doesn't quick wall, and Sneaky Stab is going for some sneaky stabs. Yeah, I hope Dizzy gets better soon. Yeah, Sneaky Stab gets the first. The first hit of the game. You see how are the farm numbers for both players? 14 versus 12, so even on the farming front. And as I said, I have a feeling this wall. I have a feeling that we won't see a lot of things being decided in Feudal Age. I feel like that one villager there will be the peak damage we get here. I think now both players need to think about clicking up to Castle Age. Oh, and regarding co-cast, I was planning on co-casting with Dizzy, and since I don't have Dizzy, I think I'm going to solo cast for today. It's one of those... like, it's a mood thing. Either Dizzy or no. Nah. No, there's a lot of amazing... I always hate saying no to people, even if Tactical Tea Time or Harry T already. I hate saying no to people, but I'm in the mood for this. I'm also recovering my rhythm from the vacations and everything. There are days where the solo cast life is also good. And we do see the villager here. Now Harry T gets his revenge. Gets his own villager pick. 6 versus 1 second of idle TC time. That's great for both of them. Ooh, Harry T getting early wheelbarrow. Yeah, sometimes co-casting your own sets can get a little bit awkward. I understand you. In the first cup, I casted every single one of my sets. Luckily, I won every single one of them, so I did that back then. Oh, those were the days when I was a good player, where the lessons from Hero were still fresh in my mind. Ah, those were the times to be an AoE player. Yeah, but we do see the weird walling still open here in the back, and Harry T, even though he got wheelbarrow, is the first one to click up to Castle Age, so better job at managing the economy. They both have the same res collected, but Harry T was more efficient with the villager distribution. None of them have a market up, so yeah, this was pure eco balance, because right now Sneaky Stab is floating a little bit of food, floating a little bit of wood, and this timing is rough. Every single second here is costly for... Yeah, it was going to gold late and not having a market. And I've had the same problem as Sneaky Stab. I've lost sets because of that. And this will be costly. 1 minute in a mirror style of matchup will be rough. And I did say that early castle was key here. Now Harry T can start applying the pressure. I have a feeling we're going to see 2 knights right away. Where's the stables? 1 here, 2 here. Your role, you're now forever the AOE2 Specialists official. You're no longer Xardas. But yeah, Harry T will get the knights out, he will get Sneaky Stab on lockdown, and he can start grabbing some relics, or even just getting scouts out in the field and trying to deny relics. Of course, this map, I mean, it's impossible to deny all relics here for the Lithuanians. Lithuanians are so good in this map. But if now it's about numbers, how much do I produce, how much do I defend, when do I add that second TC? This early cast will be all about those tiny decisions that can snowball into a victory. If one player underestimates how much the other is producing, if one player goes to eco and they don't fight and the other doesn't see that, he can start getting away with the game. So a lot of small decisions will decide the next minutes. We already see 3 knights on the field for Harry T, now 4, and not a single knight yet for Sneaky Stab. He has arrived at Castle Age, he has the food and gold, but he hasn't clicked the knights yet. The idle stables probably microing some units. How's the vision? Both of them probably have quite a good vision. Yeah, focused here on the center of the map because we've been seeing a lot of pressure back and forth. The scout here looking for the final relics, and once Harry T reaches 5 knights, now he moves forward, and nothing that Sneaky Stab has right now will be able to face them. But we do see 3 knights on the way and a monk, when this is the style of mirror matchup, the monk can tip the scales of the engagements into your favor. You get 1 conversion, you get a little bit of healing, then suddenly the engagement is a lot better for you. Sneaky Stab getting here a good position. He has the pikes as well, dealing all of that bonus damage against cavalry. Quick wall there. And this push gets delayed. Of course, Berbers have the eco efficiency here. The Berber Knights are cheaper, but Harry T on the back adds his second TC. So now it will be Sneaky Stab who needs to cause some damage, because Harry T will start trickling away an eco lead. We see the monks trying to get some conversions, but none of them pull through. And now you can start grabbing those relics. Your knights will get upgraded by the relics. You can heal them as well. On the other side, Harry T with the better booming and a lot of army. 9 knights, now you need to find the angles. You can't fight them head on with the monks and everything. You need to find some angles of engagement. 11 knights, and this is what I talked about knowing how much to commit. If Sneaky Stab right now does not commit enough to military, this army can just snowball. The camels do help in the mirror matchup, in the knights versus knights. And on the back of this, yes, Sneaky Stab is getting the relic advantage. Harry T with a lot of military production and with the TC lead. So Harry T with a commanding army. And Sneaky Stab is booming, he's not adding any more military. His eco once again a little bit too many on food. That's the small details that when it's this elo, 1500, 1600, this small floating of like 400 food and everything, that can cost you matches at this elo. At lower elos not, but here every detail counts. We see one relic in. Love all the aggression from Harry T. My bets are on him winning. Let's go! And hello, dearest comrade. Always happy to have you here. One of the longest supporters here of the channel. Always glad to have you here. And a commanding army, but the army is not doing a lot right now. And both players are just playing their own game. And that's good for the Lithuanian. Because he wants those relics, he wants to make sure those bonuses arrive. That's a lot of camels. That starts to be a number of camels that you can't underestimate now. The knights, even though they have some bonus attack, will not fare well against this comp. I'd go cast my games easy to clown on myself. Oh, I'm also quite good at clowning on myself. And we do see the army here. This is such a commanding army from Harry T. The monks are not enough to tip the scales of battle when it's this much of a unit difference. You see here, and the laws of mathematics come into play here when you have a lead. And you start destroying your opponent's units faster, that leads snowballs, and this was a great engagement for Harry T. This is exactly what he wanted. On the back of this, he does have almost 10 villager lead, and Harry T is in the driver's seat for this matchup. He's in a very good position. Just by military production alone, just by eco. Look at this floating eco. All res, except stone, are below 100. That's insane. Sneaky Stab is playing this really well, but Harry T is showing why his elo keeps climbing more and more. Finding all of these engagements, now trying to go for some damage, the monk gets some conversions, but Harry T, it was a great call to only go forward once he had enough army. Now these monks, yes, they can't swindle battles into your favor, but this is trickle damage. Every conversion is a unit that your opponent loses, it's a unit that you gain. So the monks are a great defensive unit here. Another conversion will maybe go in. Yes, another goes in. This is starting to be quite a decent number of conversions. I think Harry T still has too much of an army lead here. Another one gets converted. Another one. This is... Harry T is destroying his own army right now. But we do see, yeah, if things kept going like this in a status quo, I had the feeling that the situation would start getting better and better for Sneaky Stab. Harry T needed to change something, and this is the something he will change. A castle to the face. And I did say that the only resource he was floating was a little bit of stone. It was not floating, it was just waiting for the moment where this castle gets dropped. And this can be a game-winning or game-losing castle. I wonder which one it will be. The monks try to get some villagers. I think it was a stable that got deleted to let the army out. The castle is trying to go up. There's a lot of monks there, healing and converting. Harry T's army is starting to get weaker and weaker. The monks are doing not only the conversions, but a great job at healing as well. Some of the aggro is being pulled away by villagers. And if Harry T starts losing too much military and this castle gets denied, then suddenly Sneaky Stab has the best window into this game. This will get cancelled. This castle has been fully denied, and now Sneaky Stab has the villager lead, has the military lead, has all of the monks, has the relics. This was a castle of doubt, and now the castle is getting walled. No, says Harry. Yeah, this was a painful one. 73%. I can't watch. Yeah, and now Sneaky Stab even has the more town centers, has more army, has the villagers. We see, oh, more villagers going forward. I have a feeling these villagers will not... Yeah. And now Harry T knows he needed that castle, and the castle went down, and now he's like, what do I do? Yeah, I agree. The double monastery play here was really good. The quick walling, the Sneaky Stab played this defense textbook. This was a very good defense. Being able to slow down that army, the huge ball that Harry T had, and we see the units are all full life. Some of them got converted and then healed up. That's the power of monk play. And when you're... Oh, we do see Gary here. Militia into the mix. He's the key to that army. And of course monks are hard to micro, but when you're playing defensive, that's where monks shine. That's where you can make the micro easier on yourself. Now Sneaky Stab knows that Harry T has no army. And Sneaky Stab can go forward and punish. The gate gets opened by the villagers, and this is a disaster now. There's a lot of camels there, but the camels get converted. Camels are not as great against monks as knights, because they deal a lot less damage. More and more get converted, the units get healed, the army is here having a great time raiding some economy. Harry T has no map presence. Sneaky Stab has such a huge army here. They are even in Res Collected and in Army KD. But there's also the conversion. And one thing that a lot of people have commented on the Lithuanian bonus is that it is a bonus that forces you to play well. Grabbing relics is always good. It's not only good when you are Lithuanians. We see 1300 elo, 1300 gold already in the bank for Sneaky Stab because of those relics. So he has the Vil lead, but this is another lead, and I have a feeling now you buy some food, you balance your eco out with the market, go imp, get some upgrades, win the game. I have a feeling this is how it will go. And hello Pygmy Giant. Yeah, the match is looking really rough for Harry T. You compare the vision and the map presence. This is what Sneaky Stats is. This is... Okay, Harry T actually with a sneaky outpost and everything does have a little bit of map vision. But his production is getting targeted. His eco is inefficient. He's having to micro away from this. Everyone is getting slowed down by the Gary, the militia there. That militia is still alive. And now Sneaky Stab will do onto Harry T. And will this be a game-winning castle or a game-losing castle? Oh no. The monks are in... This is a lot of camels. And camels are the correct unit against these knights. Will this castle get denied? I have a feeling this castle will get denied. This is the anti-tactical tea time game. This is a game that's showing us that forward castles are not always a good idea. In this case, both forward castles were a disaster. And as Lithuanians, if you get that castle up, it's not only pressure, it's the latest. They are a great unit for raiding and everything. You want your unique unit. A castle here securing some gold and stone and map control would be a lot better than that castle there. Castle forced you into an engagement that you didn't want to commit. And now, once again, things are more on the standstill side of things. Harry T took the time to get a huge massive army. Yeah, 2 forward denied, 2 doubt castles in one game. This is... Now the monks are here. Sneaky Stab does have the defender advantage. He has a lot of low units. He has all these monks. Just heal your army back up. And grab some relics while you're at it. I mean, it's easier for us to comment they are having to micro so many things at the same time. And I have a feeling that he's getting an amazing bank. Sneaky Step's play is, once again, to click up to Imp. But one thing he's missing is the buildings. That castle could have been not only the ladies producing building, but also the Imp building. And it got denied. He's more confident now. Both of them have 2-2 on the upgrades. I didn't check beforehand, but it makes sense. The pikes here are great against the camels. Yeah, the pikes are a great addition here. They are definitely the correct play. And we see castle versus castle now. Of course, this castle lost some health, but it maintains the percentage of being built. Harity has defender's advantage. He can move a lot of villagers here. And what will happen? This is such a good match. I had no idea what I was getting into, but this is an amazing first official match that I'm casting. And now both of them have a castle up at long last. But if this turns into castle versus castle, Sneaky Stab will be happy because he's on the way to Imp. And Harity is not thinking of Imp at all yet. He's adding a 4th TC, going for a bit of a boom. Yeah, 3 army for Harity. And he doesn't have army, he doesn't have military. And oh, we don't see another one. But now Harity has no army to deny this and no stone. Yeah, the extra attack and the monks. I think the monks were doing a lot of weightlifting there. They were carrying the knights a lot. Half a dozen of conversions. And the pikes, of course, in this final engagement. I think that's another thing that shifted a lot from the previous one. It's the fact that now pikes were in the mix. And now we see ladies coming out. We see Imp on the way. Some Trebs will be on the field soon. And Harity has nothing on food, nothing on gold. He can't have a good eco in this state. And I'm surprised. For a moment there, I thought... I like, as a caster, there's nothing I could ask more than to be surprised. For a moment there, I thought the match was 100% Harity's. Now... Yeah, should have... I hate playing against Lithuanians on this map. They are so strong. I agree. Lithuanians are insane on this map. Our base was the one who taught me that lesson the hard way. And now Imp is here. And yeah, I was about to say, and will Harry GG. Harry T with the GG. I think it was needed. Very well played by both of them. Sneaky Stab is victorious. And I feel like it was deceive. Yeah. With the Lithuanians, you are pushed to monks. You are pushed... In order to play Lithuanians well, you are pushed into the right decisions. And here, you had the amazing trash. Need to send more... I think... Yeah, that was the key moment, that castle here. If 5 more villagers were there, or if you could have managed to get some quick walls... Yeah, it was a forward castle, for sure. The sieve didn't help, but it was the castle that ruined the game for you, for 100%. And very well played. You still managed to try and get some good engagements here, but Sneaky Stab did win match number 1. Yeah, building the castle at home, or just a map control castle or something like that. I mean, but hindsight is 2020. That castle could have been your victory as well. But alas, that's how game number 1 went. And let me just check if everything is a-okay. Yes. And let me go back to the draft. And we did have the Lithuanians winning against the Da-da-da-da. No, yes, Lithuanians winning against the Berbers. And now I'm going to load up match number 2 here behind the scenes. Yeah, and I after the match I played this morning, Harity, I understand the feeling of kicking yourself. And especially because I played well, my opponent won that 100%. Then in the afternoon, after my match for the specialist, I went to play some ranked matches, and I played them so well. I was like, why didn't I do this in the tournament? And let me load up match number 2. And we are in Atacama. And let me go right into the match. And we have Malians versus Saracens. Let's go. And hello everyone. Welcome once again to the second match of this set of Sneaky Stab versus Harity. Here in the south, in the teal color, we have Sneaky Stab, who, with an upset, won match number 1. And here in the north, in the red color, we have Harity playing as the Malians on Atacama. And this is a very interesting match. It's sort of Arabia-like, but you can tell right away what the difference is. Most of the wood is here in the center. There's no gold or stone here. The golden stone is more scattered around the map. And here in the center is all the healthy woodlines. And right off the bat, some players decide to place the first lumber camp here. I think that's more common because these trees... This is just 500 wood, you spend 100 on the lumber camp, so it can be rough. So you are forced to expand into a position where you're more exposed. Your eco is more scattered. Oh, but we do see the safe lumber camp, and both players opting for the safe lumber camp. Yeah, that's 100% valid. Herity's gold. It's not that bad. This is not a horrible gold. It's Sneaky... Oh, Sneaky Stab is the one who has the horrible gold. You got the colors mixed. Yeah, Sneaky Stab is the one who has the horrible gold. No, and he's doing the dance of... The dance of the deers. Not doing what you want. Deer, go under TC. That is your purpose. We see the boar getting lured at the same time. Using the TC to damage. That was clean. Not even the extras. Yeah, the extras. This is a good castle place here. Deny all the golds. But yeah, no. Sneaky Stab does not have that great of a map gen here. Harity has one extra here, one extra here. I much prefer Harity's spawn. And we see 3 on wood this time. Oh, sending a wood villager to build the house. 2 on wood here, so 3 on wood with the Malians. This could be an archer opening. Malians can go archers. Malians are very versatile. Can do archers with some infantry to support. Oh, the deer. Both players are struggling with deer on this one. Those elusive deers. Clean. How are they for sheep scouting? I think both of them found all the sheep. Yeah, I see no straggler sheep abandoned anywhere. Luring in the boar, pushing in the deer, everything according to plan. 3 on wood. The confidence. I wish I had this level of confidence to do this constantly. It's a matter of practice, but I prefer to use not use the TC in order not to risk humiliation. I have lost villagers to boars in tournaments, so I do know the pain. We see an early barracks here for Harity, so this can be some militia, some early militia push, and we do see the movement towards gold. Adding the barracks, will we see militia? He does have a lot of food and gold. Oh, he hasn't clicked up yet. Okay, that's why he wasn't adding the militia. This seems militia. But... And it is militia, okay. And no barracks yet from Sneaky Stab, no... Taking his time to reach feudal with one more villager. He did only have 2 on wood. When I see 2 on wood, usually I assume they are going to click up with 18 villagers. Yeah, now moving towards the juicier wood lines. The militia will reach, and they can do a lot of... Yeah, they can do a lot of work, this militia. Sneaky's map is very poor. He hasn't walled up yet, only adding the barracks. Now even the barracks can get delayed, and if you delay the barracks... Oh, 2 villagers. Yeah, you need 2 villagers here, because if your barracks get delayed, then you can't add the stables or the archery range, and that can start snowballing. We do see the man-at-arms upgrade on the way, and man-at-arms are so... are so much better than militia. They are a little bit of a bigger commitment, but they do pay off. Villagers won't be able to fight this back. If they are only militia, yes, villagers can melt them. Yeah, delaying the stables, this is huge. Yeah, you need to wall in those villagers. Yes. The quick walls are absolutely a necessity here. Ooh, that gets destroyed, and now this is in, and the stables are shut down there. The stables getting shut down is huge. This is what you want to do. With man-at-arms, you do a huge commitment. You paid some price, but what you want is to destabilize your opponent. You want them to have climbing idle TC time. Actually, Harity is the one having that. But even if you don't kill villagers, just forcing idle eco, just forcing your opponent to move out. And we do even see the wombo combo, a tower here being added. This wood line will get denied. And some villagers will start going down, and this is what you need to do to make up for that idle TC time. We now see an archery range. The stable has been abandoned. He needs archers to deal with the man-at-arms. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of this watchtower. I feel like, yes, that's an extra commitment and an extra layer of damage you are causing. At the same time, you're already doing a lot with this militia. Man-at-arms, maybe it's better to just capitalize on it and step back and take your wins. But let's see how things go. No eco upgrades for either player. They didn't have the time to to afford them. And archers are on the field. A lot of idle eco here. And yes, with the Saracens, this timing was very good against the Saracens, because Saracens want to reach castle age as fast as possible. They want to drop that market. They want to abuse their bonuses, and Saracens have one of the best fast castles in the game. And sometimes if you go for some archer push or something, it can cause some damage, but not enough to stop that castle timing. This early damage, this early feudal push, was very good against the Saracens' usual build order. It was a very good decision to go for that in this matchup. And we do see Sneaky Stab's economy is an absolute mess. He's having to chop trees from over there, and this mess starts snowballing. Then you don't have enough wood to place more eco buildings. Your villagers are less and less efficient. And on the back, Harity's economy is safe because he has a fence which is the best defense. Still, anything can happen here. The archer numbers will start increasing slowly but surely. A lot of villagers on gold here. And these are the Saracens, so he just needs wood and gold. Everything else, the market can take care of. Some farms getting added. On the other side, yeah, this is huge for Harity. The fact that he already has 11 farms, that's the kind of thing that wins you the game. It's not only the damage you are causing, it's how good is the eco that you are sustaining. And these were just three man-at-arms that caused all of this delay, that caused all of this inefficiency, denied all of this very clean wood line. Just 1 tower and 3 militia. And that was enough. No need to overcommit. Yeah, the man at arms will start falling down. He's walling on the back, that's a good call. And we do see the Saracen market going up, but Harry T is better geared towards Castle Age. If he had his own market, I have a feeling he could just buy... Ooh! Ooh! Last minute decision change. He was going for archers and he added the stables. Malians have not the best stables, but they are decent enough. Yeah. They are good. Yeah, they have camels. Yeah, no, Malians have good... I keep forgetting Malians actually have good stables. I keep mixing them up with the Malay. And we do see the market going up. Yeah, he needs the 2 buildings. The indecision! Harry T! Always placing 1 building and then switching to the other. He's trying to fool us. He knows, oh, this match is going to be casted, I'm going to trick the caster every single time. He thinks I'm going to go for a market, I'll go for a blacksmith. He thinks I'm going to go for an archery range, I'll actually go for stables. And we do see Castle Age getting clicked with an amazing time. We now see the Saracen market going into play. Yeah, this market is a great wall. Good idea to drop the market there. And I have a feeling Harry T will win this just because of the castle timing. I mean, in the previous game, Harry T also had a better castle timing, but he couldn't capitalize on it. But I have a feeling that this time the difference will be more substantial. But let's see. Does find a better wood line here. Still has that annoying tower there. Just chipping away at those barracks. Yeah, these Saracen archers melt buildings, of course. And now these archers will be annoying. Harry T just needs to wait to Castle Age and then the knights could melt them, but with these numbers, I think scouts can find good engagements. Not the best engagement, but decent. At least you clear the threat of the archers. Oh, these scouts should be fighting there. Yeah, at least the threat is dealt with. And we do see 2 minutes behind for Sneaky Stab. We see bloodlines on the way. See second TC and second stables. So this will be boom. And some more knights or camels. Yeah, knights or camel. Yes, knights. My mind is foggy. I'm still getting used to being a caster once again. And those knights will have the time of their life. There's nothing here to deal with them. I would not wait for a mass. I would just go forward with 1 or 2 knights. Yeah, don't let your opponent wall. Just go there. Of course, Saracens have great camels, but your opponent is not in Castle Age. And if your knights can start ruining the eco before the camels are in decent number, and then you just pick off the camels 1 by 1. That's how you exploit the advantages granted by your early Castle Age timing. Yeah, now the knights are in. The villagers do great quick walls. Very good quick walls. Saving a ton of villagers there with those quick walls. Quick walls are not the best answer most of the times, but sometimes they can save you a lot of villagers. We do see some villagers here will go down, and Sneaky Stab is in a very bad position right now. Being pressured in every single way, more and more knights are on the way. Harry T has stable economy, has 2 TCs, and compared to last game, this time there's no monks yet. Keyword yet. There's monks now, there won't be the relics at least. Yeah, with the quick pulls and everything, even though Harity has the army lead, Sneaky Stab is a beast at defending. That's what's surprising me the most. A lot of players are very bad at defending in all elos. There are players who once they get on the defensive, they just lose. Ooh, a lot of unbuilt farms there. That's a lot of wood down the drain. But this was a good angle. He picks off the monks as they are spawning. That's exactly what he wants to do. The camels there will find some damage. But Sneaky Stab is getting into critical numbers of villagers. Even if he has a good army and everything, if your villagers don't start to get those numbers where you can snowball, where you can sustain eco production and military production at the same time, if you can stop those snowballs, then there's nothing you can do. And Harity can afford to just throw away units and guarantee that Sneaky Stab will not stabilize. Chip away at that economy. And those monks, don't let your opponent reach a decent army comp. The monks, once again, are the key unit here. Sneaky should try to finish that wall whenever it is possible. Yes. No. Just walking around. If this army can find a good angle... Both players are spending every single ounce of their economy. Sneaky knows he needs to add a second DC. Probably assumes that Harity has been in more DCs for quite a while. We do see the conversions getting in from the monks. Harity does have the numbers lead. But Sneaky with the monks and the Xardas and camels wins this engagement, and once again Sneaky Stab is holding. He's behind by almost 15 villagers, but he is holding, and I'm having flashbacks from the previous game, and that's bad news for Harity, because previous game was not that good for Harity. Of course, a castle here this time would be easier to get up, harder to deny. I would like to see an aggressive castle this time in this map, but let's see. And Harity does have a lot more economy. 2k res collected lead, and that can start snowballing. If this reaches a point where Harity's eco is snowballing ahead, then it doesn't matter what Sneaky Stab does. The monks, though, we are talking about economy and efficiency. Monks are a unit that has infinite efficiency. You are healing units for free. You are gaining HP. You are gaining military strength for absolute free. So they have limitless value in a way. Grabbing that relic. And Sneaky Stab with a very, even though he's only 1 TC, now 2, very low idle TC time. Harity adding the 3rd TC, and since he has more economy, he can produce out of it, he can and keep military production at the same time. Sneaky grabbing the eco upgrade lead for now. Harity's base is more exposed, but Sneaky doesn't have an opportunity to pressure. If he tries to pressure, then Harity can force an engagement, and if Harity forces an engagement, he can win the game right then and there. Sneaky Stab is very behind. All that Harity's army needs to do is guarantee that Sneaky Stab is not doing anything, because the longer you go with 20 villager lead, the longer the gap in res collected will be. We do see the upgrades, and then the upgrades convert the eco lead into a military lead, and you convert your military lead into damage, and that translates into more eco lead. Will this wall get finished? No, 1 tile away from... oh, yes. We do see the camels move forward there to deal with the tower, but he now realizes, okay, my opponent has a lot of camels here. The monks try to get some more conversions. The monks, Sneaky Stab is Sneaky Monk. He does not win by stabbing you sneakily, he wins by wololoing you. I do feel like Harity, even though he's not causing damage, he's running away with the game just by eco alone. And that's a a very strategic way to winning the game. It's not all about the engagements, even deleting the unit there to avoid the conversion. That was a long conversion as well. Even grabbing these upgrades, yeah, the number one upgrade you want is Imp, but all of these upgrades are buying you time. And yeah, Sneaky of course is staying in this because it's a tournament, and who knows? Sneaky is not out of this for sure. Saracens late game with those camels getting upgraded and everything, Saracens can still win this. But Harry T now getting the pikeman, that's going to be huge. It's the opposite of the previous game. Previous game, the pikeman turned the tides into favor of Sneaky. Now it's Harry T grabbing the pikeman first. That's a lot of camel riders. Will Sneaky Step be the first one to click up to Imp? I would be very surprised. Both of them are like in buildings. Harry T doesn't have a single Castle Age building. Harry T may actually be housed if these two houses get taken down. We see once again... Oh, this is on mana terms from the early game. With 2 kills, he's still there. He's retired, he now has a house here in the desert, living in the opponent's base. This is Sanctity for the monks to make them harder to kill. And Harry T is reaching that critical mass of 100 villagers. That imp and post-imp level of eco. He will soon have enough to drop a castle. Yeah, but both of these players are playing a really good set. And they're also showing us... That's why I like open land maps. Some people are like, oh, they are just aggression. But no, the game actually calmed down. And this is a part of it. This is a part of... Open land maps are a lot more versatile than many people think. That's why we love Arabia. I mean, I'm not sure if everyone on open land maps loves Arabia. I love Arabia, I'm an open land maps player. But, of course, Arabia is not in this tournament to force diversity of maps, and I do appreciate that. I love Arabia, but I do like my Arabia-less tournaments to force me into something different. We do see, this time, learning from past mistakes, a much more defensive castle. Only now does the 3rd TC get added for Sneaky Stab, and Harry T has the economy. Harry T is on the way to him. But Sneaky Stab will click Imp almost at the same time. This won't be a huge gap. Sneaky Stab can actually click it right now. Sneaky Stab. Imp. Imperial. Yes. It's queued up behind this villager. The thing that will be big here is the fact that Sneaky Stab does not have a castle yet. So Trebs will be on the field and he won't have anything to deal with them. Just checking the upgrades. Okay. Now it's the calm before the storm. But I do feel like because of the... Look at the pop difference. I feel like Harry T can afford to take bad engagements now and still be ahead. I do love the addition of Scorpions here. If they could get upgraded, I have a feeling there won't be enough time for that. Oh, and Saracens don't have upgraded Scorpions, okay. But, oh, sniping that relic there. I like the addition of Scorpions to help deal with the pikemen and even to deal some cheap damage against the camels. You see handcart on the way. Sneaky Step doesn't have wheelbarrow. That wheelbarrow is a tough one to not have. that can be causing him some of this eco. And we do see villagers going for. Ooh, I don't like this. Your opponent is in imp, yes. This will be a trap war. You don't want to have your castle there, yes. This castle needs to be safe. And we do see the first trap on the way, but it's a house trap. Oh, it's a house trap with 200 pop. Oh, that's... He probably cancelled something. That's annoying. But yeah, props for Sneaky Snap for staying this and trying to win, and also props for Harity to slowing down the game. Sometimes if you rush to victory, for example, we saw that previous castle, you don't seal the win, you actually give your opponent a window to come back. And Harity is just slowly and steadily expanding his lead. Getting the tanks, getting the army, getting Farimba. Yeah, this will be a great position for Heavy Camel Rider. Sneaky Step behind him with all the upgrades. He cannot fight without Heavy Camel Rider. That's just losing the game. But that +7 attack. Ooh, this will be rough. Nice setup of the units. The upgrade for second steal. And this will be the game here. The castle is helping. Sneaky Stab does have those Saracen camels, but the pikemans are chipping away at them. The monks are healing. We'll win this. I have a feeling Harity with just more units, and Harity has a much better economy. So it will be a lot easier for Harity to just rebuild this army. If both of them lost the entire army, Harity wins. When you are the top eco player, this is the kind of engagements you want. And now this castle will go down, and Harity even raiding here with some knights. I think the game, this is the moment where he seals the win. This castle is actually getting quite repaired, but it will go down now with the camels pressuring. Yeah, Saracens, Arb for Saracens would have helped, but GG is called. Yeah, Arb for the pikemen and for the camels, I agree. But GG is called, and we have 1-1. We are going to a match number 3. And this is exactly the kind of sets that we like to see and I like to cast. Very well played, very similar style from the previous match, but then a lot of different decisions. Yeah, Malians don't have that great skirms. Exactly. But yeah, Harity with a lot of damage dealt with that early raid. He got the tempo in his favor, the timing, and then he just snowballed ahead. It was a very clean textbook win of, okay, I'm winning, I'm going to play solid. I feel like Harity played this like a tank. He was super solid, super like no vulnerabilities, just power through and win the game, and very well played. And now we'll move on to a match number 3. Let me just update here the scores, not the scores, but the Malians have won against the Saracens. And before match number 3, I'm just going to do a very quick, like 1 or 2 minute break. I really need to do a break, and I'll be right back. Don't leave your seats, because we're going to jump into match number 3 in no time. Hello, I'm back, and yes, this was the first time with the new bookshelf cam because I've been adjusting the overlays and everything here on stream. Things look a little bit nicer now, I hope. I think they look nicer, I hope you agree. But yeah, we've seen Atacama and Dry Graveyards, it is 1-1. Now we're moving to match number 3. We have Huns, Vikings or Franks on one side, Persians, Cumans or Magyars on the other. And it's match number 3, and let's see what these players have in store for us. Let's move into Capture Age. And yes, Brandon Sanderson is my favorite writer, and well, hello Word, well, welcome to the stream. And I also love Robert Jordan and the Wheel of Time. And here we are, Open Land Lancer Group B of the Specialists Cup, and here in the south, playing as the Cumans, we have none other than Sneaky Stab. And in the north, playing as the Huns, we have Harry T. Ooh, Cumans versus Huns. Two similar civs, but at the same time they are completely different. Similar because, yes, they have the Step Lancers, they have the Cavalry Archers, they have similar unit comps, but the vibe and feel of them are completely different. They are two civs that break... Okay, don't cruise this up. Will we see a Jaloping Chris style of game? But as I was saying, Huns have some very peculiar styles. They play a lot more open because they don't have houses. They are the only civ in the game that doesn't have houses. And here we have the Cumans, the only civ in the game that can get siege workshops in feudal and also a second TC. So we do see a lot of wonky comps from these. Sneaky Stab can go for, as Harry pointed out, for a Jaloping Grease style with the Cumans. Cumans can be for second TC into booming. But they can also go for 2 forward archery ranges, some rams and pure chaos. So I have no idea what we have in store here. I don't know enough about Sneaky Stab to know if they will... if he's a Jaloping Chris style of player. Robert Jordan is my favorite, but I do love Brando. Yeah, completely respectable. The Wheel of Time, I finished the series, of course, and it's amazing. Yeah, between the Wheel of Time and the Stormlight Archive, they are two of my favorite book series of all time. Oh, Huns don't have Step Lancers? Huns don't have Step Lancers. Thank you, Xardas. In my mind, I don't know why. Maybe it makes sense thematically in my mind. I assume Huns had Step Lancers. I don't know why. Probably mixing them up with the Mongols or something in... But yeah, Huns, great Cav Archers and Scout play into Cav Archers. It's usually one of the most common builds. Both players, of course, are nervous. Harry T is like, okay, I want to solidify. I've won the second game. It was the start of my comeback. Now I win this one and the set is mine. And Sneaky Stab is like, okay, I won the first one. This is my home map. I'm back in my comfort zone. So I can win this. So, match number 3 are always complicated. Yeah. Both players doing this clean. 1 second versus second. 7 seconds of idle TC time. 2 on wood for Sneaky Stab. 3 on wood for the Huns. I don't know if that's something common because of the housing situation or something, but... because they also start with less wood. But... Ooh, those sheep there are playing a dangerous game. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Harry T, you could have ruined your opponent's day. If those all got converted and the TC started doing TC things and trying to hit the scout and kill the sheep, you could have gotten a very cheesy Game 3 win. But alas, fate was not in your favor there. And of course, Sneaky Stab is the first one to click up with the 2 on wood. That's more common. Yeah, Mongol. Yeah, I agree. In my mind, I never checked if the Huns had them. I've never played a lot of Huns because in my mind it just made sense. In my mind, they always had it. We see second lumber camp, and it's interesting. Harry T opted to spread out more and go for the back wood line, while Sneaky Stab is going for the juicier and healthier wood line in the middle. Yes, yeah, Magyars and Huns are a much better... Like, as I was saying that Huns and humans are similar, Magyars and Huns are a much better similar style of civs. Magyars, Huns, and maybe Tatars. In that ballpark of good cavalry and good cavalry archers. Oh, a much later feudal time. Oh, and yeah, we do see the second TC. But, no, much later, no, an earlier feudal time. What am I thinking? No military buildings. This will not be a Jalop increase, this will be a pure human boom. And we do see the stable on the way to try and punish this, of course. This stable, this town center here securing gold and securing wood will guarantee Sneaky Stab a very safe economy. And 2TCs booming. Getting some houses here. Of course, you can't fully wall this with the walls here in the middle. But yeah, this is Sneaky Stab's home map. And I have a feeling humans were picked right from the get-go for this map. And we do see Sneaky Stab going for a strategy, a solid strategy. Of course, feudal pressure can be a trap against humans. You end up not dealing a lot of damage.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Some technical issues, but everything is fixed now. As I was saying, feudal pressure can be a trap against the humans. You feel like, oh, they have 2 TCs, I need to punish them right now. And those TCs grant you a lot of safety, and usually your pressure can just fall flat. Better, I mean, I say better, there's no correct answer. That's why Age of Empires is good, because you can try to do whatever you want. But what Hera recommended me doing against the humans is go fast castle and punish them with your castle economy. Just go fast castle and then drop stables, monastery, siege workshop in the face. Yeah, I like and cavalry archer in this case because you're the Huns. I like fast castle is my favorite play against 2TC human. And now you've confirmed that it is 2TC human because, yeah, humans can go for other wonky stuff. You know it's 2TC, so you plan accordingly. I hope. Yeah, we see no more. Yeah, Fast Castle Knight mangoes. Ooh. Yeah, the villagers can fight this back. And the humans are starting to get away with a lot of village. I do like the fact that we only saw 2 scouts. If this was more than 2 scouts and 2 spears, I would feel like Harry is overcommitting. I mean, and 1 is a starting scout, so he only added 1 scout. So I feel like that was good. Ooh, not on time. Yeah, I like that he abandoned the scout. That was absolutely the correct play. And now we see the economy geared towards Castle Age. The market there. Yeah, I like how Harity is playing this now. If he kept adding more and more scouts, he would be doomed, in my opinion. I like this. And I mean, yes, you added the stables, but you did the stables anyway for the knights and everything. Sell stone and buy food? Yes. He knows the priority. Harity knows what he must do. I mean, he has 200 more elo than me, so he better. We see a scout, Sneaky Stab losing his only scout there. If you want to apply field pressure on humans, go range units on each farm. One on each farm. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's a good call, but I prefer this. I much prefer this Castle Age time because your opponent is booming. Yes, the lead is insane, but now you have this window of Castle Age timing, and Sneaky Stab needs to close that window as much as possible. Sneaky Stab still has no... Okay, now he's adding an archery range. He needs to add a market, and he needs to... Ooh, the blacksmith gets delayed. Sneaky Stab needs to click up to Castle Age as fast as possible. Oh, nice snipe there. Even if he doesn't know, he saw no more military pressure, he needs to think, okay, I'm getting such a huge lead, I'm getting ahead, what can lose me the game? And this is it, no military against a Castle Age pressure. So what you want is to shut down that lose condition. And now I have a feeling he'll be like, oh no, once this notification hits. We see wheelbarrow, we see market. Yeah, the market needs to be there. You need to click up as fast as possible. And we do see here the forward. It's Cav Archers and Mangonels. And that's another thing. Cav Archers are hard to transition into. Once you get a lot of them, they are unstoppable. And even if you don't defeat your opponent right now, it's better to cause a lot of damage. But you're also using this window to transition into Cav Archers safely. And that's huge. The main vulnerability of Cav Archers is this moment. Is when you're getting the mass up, it's when you're recruiting them, it's when you're getting the upgrades. Huh? Okay, with a palisade there for some reason. Maybe I'm not good enough of a player to read into the mind of this play here. Yeah, we see the mango and we see the CA and more are getting added, 3 at a time. This villager will get melted. Of course, it's harder to kill villagers without ballistics for CA. Their accuracy is not the best. And villagers move. Yeah, CA in low numbers without a lot of upgrades do not have the best of times. But you see the mangonel here. Going to cause some damage. And Sneaky Stab going for skirms. The skirms will be great against the CA, and they need to be upgraded. Upgraded skirms have bonus damage against CA. Non-upgraded skirms do not have bonus damage. So the elite skirm upgrade is actually very important in this engagement. Not a lot of players know that. And we do see stables and probably some knights. Knights and skirms will be great in this matchup. We do see the second mangonel. We see the CA numbers are starting to get into that threatening mess where they can start fighting against knights and just kiting them back and sniping one knight at a time. The skirms without being elite will do nothing against this number of CA now. I have a feeling... Yeah, I've lost games because of this. Because of not getting the elite upgrade. Of course, Sneaky Stab needs the wood. I would just buy some wood and click the elite skirm. Yes, you need elite skirm upgrade. The difference is monumental. No, don't fight yet. Wait some 5 seconds. Yes, now you can fight them without any issue. These 2 bonus damage against CA is a lot bigger than it seems. Yeah, now the CA get pushed back, and now the knights can go in and take care of the mangonels. This is now a matter of micro, and this is the opposite of the previous game. Now the more the game is stalling out, the more no big action is happening, the better for Sneaky Stab. Now he has the 20 vil lead. The more time he buys for this economy to pay, the better it is. Have you guys lost any game yet? It's 1-1. Both players have lost one game, and hello, hello, Cradon Toast. And we do see the mango. And as you can see, Kratos, this is very silent today. Because sadly she couldn't join due to health reasons. So I am solo casting this, and 70 versus 50 villagers, and the Cav Archers are in death ball numbers. They can start melting those knights. I think you need more. You need more of everything, and you need ballistics. Yes, ballistics on the way, and they will help greatly against the Mangonels. This is a matter of micro now. He commits. He needs to take care of the Mangols so that yeah, now you can fight. This is a hard battle. The Mangols did go down. Ballistics will probably be up soon as well for Harry T. He's dropping some palisades here and there. Just to probably deny any opponent. This is interesting, the palisade shenanigans. This is, yeah, the numbers. Skirms countered CA, but the number of CA is very big. You need more skirms. How many archery range we have? They need to be non-stop skirm producing. Yeah. Oh, that's a blacksmith, not an archery range. I wouldn't mind seeing one more archery range even. And Arity is still on 1 TC. And now ballistics is in for sneaky stab. So these skirms will be a lot more efficient in engagements. The knights want to snipe the Mangonel, but if they are not careful, the Cav Archers will just chip away at their health. This is now all a matter of army control. And Sneaky Stab is... I still prefer Sneaky Stab's position right now. Pretty good. And hello, Jalaping Chris. Yeah, the idle TC time is very low. Harry is playing very solid. He does have the eco upgrades. $32 CA. Yeah, that Mangonel, if that Mangonel gets a good shot on the skirms, that can be GG. But yeah, the Mangonel went too far forward, and now you can fight this. But of course, Harry T has the mobility. He snipes 2 knights and just heads back. Yeah, and even with ballistics, they can just be microed back. And we see a 3rd TC here in the back, securing that stone and gold. That's a great TC placement. And 3 TCs versus 2 TCs, this will start getting rough now. No Mangonels on the way. A Mangonel could have plumped there and got a good hit. These are 24 versus 38. I would prefer more skirms, but still this is a good number for any battle. They are doing the dance of micro, and yeah, now these small skirmishes against the skirmishers are costly. They are called skirmishers for a reason. They enjoy these skirmishes. And Sneaky Stab is getting to a great position here. And this just proves that when we are playing at tournament settings, yes, there's a 200 elo gap between these two players, but they are so neck and neck. That's why this is 1-1. That's why we are in a game number 3. Let me look at the time. Okay, time is slowing 1 second at a second. We have the Garrison Mango there. Ooh. Yeah, Harry T needs that Hail Mary Mango shot. That's a lot of CA. Yeah, the Knights now are only Mango sniping units. They are useless against the CA with these numbers. Ooh. Yeah. And Sneaky Step is reaching the point where he can start thinking about Imp. The problem is he has no mobility, and this can start wreaking some havoc. He needs more skirms. He needs skirms everywhere. He's buying time with the knights. The skirms are heading back. This can be a sandwich. Yeah, he needs to commit forward, and he can find a lot of villagers here in no time. Harry T going for his 30C as well. Sneaky Stab needs to garrison. He needs to mitigate this damage as much as possible. I like how he can't fully wall, but he walls as much as possible. And now you're forced on the chase. This is not the position you want to be in. He did take down the siege workshop. That's a relief for Sneaky Stab. And if you look at the vision, he has been locked inside his base for quite a while. 1 second per second is the best second. Yeah, Sneaky Stab doesn't know if he's playing against 1 TC, 2 TCs. Sneaky Stab has been locked into the defense, but he clicks up to Imperial. Thing is, yeah, skirms are not the unit that gets the biggest boost in Imperial Age. Of course, he can get, oh, he can't get Vulcan Arrow. Not Vulcan Arrow. What's the name of the final upgrade? I'm missing it. Well, he doesn't have that final upgrade and only gets the armor and why am I missing all the chemistry for the skirms? Now he needs to start thinking of what army comp do I go for on the aggressive side of things. He does have enough stone for a castle. The question is, where do you castle? You can secure this stone, castle here, secure this stone, and you have enough to buy another castle. You can go for this venue, of course. Top of the hill is tougher, but it doesn't secure you any resources. While here you secure the wood and the stone. We do see that ball of cav archers. We see light cav. Yeah, just go imp, full eco, and scatter light cav everywhere. Ooh, that's greed in castle form. That's a very greedy one. Yeah, you need to keep your skirm mass, because that's the thing. A forward castle forces fights, and you want to force a fight because you have the skirms versus the CA. You don't want mobility to come into play. You want to force fights and battles, and this is a castle that can force your opponent to fight you. I would like to see some more skirms. And hello, Lumi Bruniful. Long time no see. Yeah, I was on a bit of a break, but now I'm back. I'll be streaming probably 2 times a week for now. Mostly Age of Empires, but not always Age of Empires. But yeah, it's good to be back at streaming. Today I'm covering the Specialist Cup, organized by Xardas, and this is my first official set covering, not a show match. And we have a banger of a set here. Sneaky Stab versus Harry T are playing this very well. They are very even, and I'm preferring Sneaky Stab's position right now. He has a castle, but Harry T has evened out the economy. Look at the difference in res collected. Sneaky Stab has 15k more res collected. Yeah, cav archers, I've seen them a lot. They are quite dominant. I feel like I've seen more of everything except archers, which is my playstyle. I've been seeing more skirms, more skirms, more unique units. 5% shelf cut, chose the shelf. That's when I go on breaks. When I go on breaks, I've done one before this set, before this match. When I go on breaks, I put the bookshelf cam. Do not worry. There will be at least one more bookshelf cam today. Yeah, and now this castle here is in a great place, and the trap will start spawning. Harry T is still 1 minute away. We see Cavalier here. Blast Furnace. And now, that's the thing, Sneaky Stab was on the defense for a long time. Now he can go on the offensive. And usually, if one player was on the offensive, he's not prepared to defend. And I think Harity is not prepared to defend anything. Bookshelf, bookshelf. Yeah, and we do see the knights here raiding, fighting a lot of villagers. Not knights, cavaliers already. We do see some final upgrades, some more castles getting dropped to help defend. We do see the Tarkans, and the Tarkans have very high pierce armor. They are good against the skirmishers, but these numbers of skirmishers with imp upgrades, they are not doing that well, but they are still enough to give Tarkans a run for their money. Yeah, Tarkans are a very good unit, but this is so many, and they have the heal bonus. The knights here finding more and more damage. Harity down to 90 villagers, 89. And Sneaky Stab, the building placement is very good as well. That castle goes down. Now more eco will be exposed. Harity goes for another TC. Sneaky Stab has 3k score lead. Score isn't everything, but you do not want to be the player behind 3k in score. The Cavalier do get melted in seconds by the CA. Yeah, Sneaky is just... yeah, 20k more res collected, that's huge. And he's scattered everywhere. He did take into Light Cav a little bit, and he's prepared also to play Trash if needed. And he goes for Paladins. Wow. When you go for Paladins, it's really... You really want to solidify your lead and you want to finish the game. Paladin, well, of course, one of the hardest upgrades to get in the game. Because it takes such a long time to research, you need so many resources, but Sneaky Stab has those resources as the res lead. And look at this map control. Half the map is Sneaky Stab's buildings, while Harity... Yes, this is the decider. I mean, this is a group stage. So, who knows, maybe Sneaky Stab wins this and then loses the next two matches and he gets eliminated. So this is a group stage. This is not elimination, a single elimination. But this decides who wins this set in the group stage. Yeah, the CA... finding a lot of damage there, and they are not elite. Yeah, CA need the imp upgrades to get really strong, and now Paladins will be here. They just look so great. They're such a strong unit, and yeah, 200 pop for Sneaky Stab. He's in post imp against someone who is trying to stabilize in imp, and GG's called. Yeah, Harity, the favorite when it comes to Elo, but Sneaky Stab played this super well. He won that first game because of the castle that Harity did, the greedy castle, and then this second match was... The second match, of course, Harity did win it very cleanly, very solidly, just expanding the lead. And now this final one, humans are a very hard sieve to play against. I feel like this is one of the maps where... I've said it many times, where humans shine is not open maps and it's not closed maps. It's the ones in between, like Hideout, like Oasis. This style of map that's not fully open and not fully closed. I feel like this is the best kind of maps for humans, and Sneaky Stab played them very well, defended very well. Sneaky Stab, the scariest thing he showed to me was to us today, for me, was the defensive. Sneaky Stab had amazing defenses, amazing holds. And Harity also played this very well, but Sneaky Stab does get this set. And who knows, maybe these two players will qualify first and second place in their groups. There's still a lot of matches to be played, or they will be the last two places, maybe. Anything can happen. But this was the first set for today. And I'm going to prepare the second one. And for the second one, I'm going to be casting... Yes, Sneaky played really well, and you also played well, Harity, but alas, one player wins, one player loses. That's how Age of Empires goes. That's a good way to say nothing. So I'm just going to go to this screen with maps for the next set, which will be Jinska versus Orange Mamba. And I'm just going to do my thing of posting the things and opening up the sets. Yeah, Atacama, I feel like it's a very, as I said, it's also very similar to Arabia. So even if you haven't played Atacama itself, you know how to play it. But here, especially for game 3, yeah, this was preparation, and that's one thing. Oh, I misclicked something, but no big. That's one thing in tournaments. In ranked ladder, there's no such thing as preparation. Here, it's a lot more common for lower elo players to win, and sometimes high elo players get crushed because they are overconfident. If someone scouts the opponents, prepares strategies, prepares maps, of course, here we have the 2 random bans in this competition, which can make it so that your preparation gets randomly sniped. I like that. It also forces you to be versatile. But preparation does pay off. And we were seeing the set that is 1 elo above me. I'm Knight, these were Lancers. And now we're going to 1 below me, which is the Mercenaries, Group B. I'm just preparing everything. Okay. And oh, the 2 matches today were from Group Bs. This was random, and I always say Group B is the best group, and Group C is the worst group, and I'm Group C this time, so I'm doomed. And Jinska has 1, 2, 3, 1 elo, and Orange Mamba 1150. Hello Jinska, welcome to the stream. I'm just about finishing my preparations for your set, and I think everything is done. So I've been showing you the draft, but I wasn't looking at it. Let me look over the draft, and we do see Ravines and Higher Ground or the random bans, and we have Dry Graveyards and Sandrift. And oh, this, I mean, I'm giving a tip to whoever plays against me, but these are the maps that I dislike the most playing. Dry Graveyards, the Lithuanian map. Sandrift is very open with a lot of unbuildable terrain, and then Haboob is chaos. I feel like Haboob, there's the Socotra style of map, Cliffbound, but I feel like Haboob is the most aggressive map in the pool, in my opinion. And I've always lost Haboob so far. So that's not a good map for me. But yeah, Orange Mamba with Sandrift and Jinska with Dry Graveyards. I can't comment like, oh, these players clearly like open maps, because this is the open map category. Everyone likes open maps. And for the bans and drafts, we have Berbers, Lithuanians, and Mongols on one side, so no Lithuanians for the Lithuanian map, and Ethiopians, Goths, and Georgians. These feel targeted. They could be generic bans, but Ethiopians, Goths, and Georgians feel like they were Jinska scouted and target banned Orange Mamba. I could be wrong, but it feels like it. And then we have Saracens for Jinska, of course. Saracens super versatile. Koreans for great trash, good archers, very good at tower dropping. Slavs are versatile, good siege, good cavalry, good infantry. Celts for ETC. And then Hindustanis are great at countering, have good camels, great late game with the gunpowder, with Chategni hand cannoneers. And on the other side we have Mayans, Portuguese, Magyars, Teutons, and Romans. That feels like one of my drafts. Mayans, of course, the best Metal Sieve when it comes to archer play. Portuguese, super versatile with those gold discounts. Magyars, with great scouts, and then they can transition into CA. Teutons and Romans are just solid infantry civs, and infantry, I usually say there are 4 units that scale with Elo. Monks, CA, and Mangonels scale up as your Elo goes up, and infantry scales up as your Elo goes down. So at this Elo 1200, I feel like infantry can be very strong, full-on infantry pushes. It's even stronger at lower Elos. This Elo 1200 is around the point where infantry can either be useless or great. But of course, Romans also have siege, and Teutons and great cavalry. This could also not be an infantry play, and they have eco bonuses as well. And rather than guessing, let's move on to match number 1 here in Capture Age. I need some sound effects. And here we are in Haboob. And welcome everyone to... Un momento, por favor. I can fix this. It's an easy fix, not worry. And it's not a fault of the players. It was my Age of Empires that decided to misbehave a little bit. Sometimes he does things like that. Okay. And this is... Ginska versus Orange Mamba, game number 1. Now I need some elevator music. Please hold. Okay. And hello everyone, and welcome to this first match from Mercenary Group B. We have Ginska versus Orange Mamba, and here in the south, playing with the Koreans in the red color, we have none other than Ginska, who is joining us here tonight in chat, and I'm very excited to see what he's going to bring to the table. This is not my first time casting Ginska, and I think it's also not my first time casting Orange Mamba. Of course, a lot of the players from the Specialist Cup are names from the T90 Community Cup, and these are 2 familiar names. And of course, in the blue, we have the Orange Mamba playing as the Mayans here in Haboob. And Haboob is a very aggressive map. You start close to each other, you have this huge opening in the middle, some stone here in the front for both players, gold is more safe-ish, and yeah, wood lines, you either go to the back or you go to the front. And this is you are forced to expand. This is a very aggressive map. Of course, Koreans can go for Skirmisher. Skirmisher plays very strong with the Koreans. And if Mayans are planning on going for archers, then the Skirmishers will make them have a very bad time. But of course, Mayans can also go for some eagles, Koreans can go for some scouts, mobility is good and raiding is good in this map. Both of them go for the first lumber camp there in the back. 0 idle TC time for Ginska, 9 seconds for Orange Mamba, but that's neglectable at this point. Both players scouting, finding all of their resources. This seems like the kind of map that Jaloping Chris would love. He was here just a while ago, I don't know if he still is, but yes. I think Jaloping Chris probably likes this map. Chris always picks Land Madness. It makes sense. You can't wall on Land Madness. I mean, you also can't wall here on this. Land Madness is also an incredible map. Good job, by the way, since we have Xardas. I was thinking about Ginska. We have Xardas here. Great job on the map pool and everything, and on organizing the tournament. I'm having a blast. The tournament is great. The trailer is great. Whoever did that trailer did an amazing job. But now that I'm here, back into the world of the living, it's good to be here streaming some Age of Empires. Yeah, the map pool is great. Hello, hello, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. Really could have used some work though. And another Daniel. Let's go. Daniel Olsen, Daniel C. Yeah, I'm excited to see what these players bring to the table. They both are playing this very solid. Of course, the Mayan player already has Loom. Oh, you are D. I know. D1100. Nice, Kratos with the highest level of praise here. But yeah, so far. Ooh, that's 5 on berries? That's peculiar for this stage of the game. 3 on wood, that's normal. I would probably see 1 or 2 more on wood if this was archers. Ooh, these preemptive walls? I do not dislike them. They can protect you a little bit, and yeah, if archers show up, just delete them and run away. The Mayan player is the first one to look up to Feudal. You're not a pro player, you're a pro praiser. Second Rhino gets pulled in. Oh, you didn't find the second boar for a while. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, and that makes the timings all. That's one thing I do in the tournaments, is that I always double or triple check, because I often think, oh, did I got lamed? And turns out I didn't. Everyone is Daniel. Let's go. I'm not Daniel. Maybe some very smart people can figure it out, but TheNando's real name is Fernando. I know it's shocking. But yeah, Orange Mamba will be the first one to Feudal, and will we see the standard? We saw no barracks yet. This is a very late timing for the barracks. So yeah, this is a bit of a lower elo compared to the previous set, and we do see some small execution details. These are not things that win you or lose you the game, for sure, but we do see some timing things that are a little bit off. There's so many. And hello, Lohabquas, welcome to the stream. Everyone claiming to be Daniel, he's a paid actor. Daniel Cup is basically the same as Hidden Cup. Yeah, we do see some houses here, and we do see skirms on the way for the Koreans. This is standard play. And of course, Orange Mamba goes for eagles. So he needs to add some more on gold, but he's going for the correct unit comp here. Without scouting, without knowing, he probably assumes, okay, I'm playing against the Koreans. They tend to go a lot of trash, a lot of skirms, and the Eagles will fare greatly in this matchup. I wish I opened Mayan Eagles in the match I played this morning, because I also played the Mayans, and I didn't have the insight to open up with Eagles. Spears some Jeans kind of interesting. Yes! I was 100% planning on archers, but screwed up my Dark Age so much that I fell into Eagles. Yeah, and often I feel like, honestly, good choice in adapting, and I feel like archer play, you could have dominated with Mayans, but also, yeah, it's a better unit comp against the Koreans. You stumbled into greatness. Yeah, I was about to comment as well. The spear is probably out of habit. A lot of players just had one spear as trash to deal with a scout. And then you remember, oh, my opponent's scout is not on a horse. I would prefer to see more eagles before engaging. Because feudal age eagles are not that strong. Your opponent has a lot of skirms and you want to start grouping up those eagles. I feel like it's costly for Orange Mamba to be losing these units.
Shot it.
And you see your opponent has this much army. I wouldn't mind moving more to gold and adding a second barracks or an archery range to get your own skirms. This is starting to be a respectable push, and you're playing against the Koreans. They get wood discounts, so their skirmishers are easy to mess. Yeah, this is one. You see archers, for example, you see 5 archers and you react right away. You know, oh, archers can wipe me out, they can start melting me. Skirmishers are tricky. You see 5 skirmishers, you see 6 skirmishers, you don't realize how fast they start getting to 10, 12, and they start causing some actual real damage. And yes, Xardas, you're actually correct. My opponent opened man at arms. Oh, this tower here. This is a great play from Jinska. And yeah, you're playing Koreans. Jinska is playing the sieve down to a T. You deny your gold. This is a very aggressive map. And now you need to scout your opponent's other gold, and he's playing eagles, so denying gold is usually great in every single matchup. If you're playing against Mayans that want to go eagles, then denying gold is an even greater threat. And oh, we see some... So, Orange Mamba didn't scout the boar and now finds 2 sheep. I assume Orange Mamba, yeah, messed up the Dark Age, as he said, and the lack of finding animals was probably a huge reason for that. Not the only reason, but you're so, especially at 1100 elo, 1200 elo, you're so used to be like a machine. You do the sequence of steps. If one line of code is broken, then the algorithm breaks. You're like, pull animal, do this. And animal was missing, so the Dark Age machine got a little bit damaged. I'm not the... Okay. Yeah, working your way towards the TC, yeah, that's good. I will prefer, since this match your opponent is forced to spread out so much, I will prefer to scout these positions and tower them. But this is actually good because your opponent can relocate that. Yeah, you tower this, okay, I go there. You tower this, he goes another place. And this is a good way for guaranteeing damage. You know that your opponent can't run away with the farms. And here with the towers helping and even some villagers could fight, the eagles are getting... Yeah, skirmishers, playing against skirmisher openings is scary, because even if you have the counter, you're playing against 16 military and you have 1 military. I feel like skirmisher openings right now in the current meta are very strong. And as an archer player, that's bad. I've been playing a lot of skirmisher openings lately. But I do feel like skirmishers right now are in a great position in the game and in the meta. And now, yeah, these towers here causing a lot of damage. And if Jinska clicks up to castle in the future, these towers will all get upgraded. Koreans are the sieve in the game that gets the most upgrades for free. They get the... archer armor, which is a vital upgrade for the skirms, and they also get the tower upgrades for free. So all of this push will automatically get a lot stronger once Imp is clicked, Castle Age is clicked. But Orange Mamba is the one who got the eco first. I feel like Jinska needs to drop a market. He does have a lot of res. Jinska needs to drop a market and balance his eco out to click up to castle. Because I often talk about win and lose conditions. The only lose condition for Jinska is Orange Mamba getting a lot of strong castle army with a much better castle age timing. But still, the goal is getting denied. Orange Mamba is not finding any healthy economy. He can't produce military. And now, yeah, the towers are making their way towards this gold. And Orange Mamba will be out of gold. 0 on gold. And his best unit is still the Eagles. That's one thing about playing Metal Sieves. You're very good at what you do, but you have a lot less options. You're out of gold with another sieve, no worries, I can just use food to get scouts to counter the skirms. Here, the only unit you have that counters efficiency are the Eagles. And Yinska needs to should buy some food. Yinska, you are floating 900 gold! I think he tried to ruin the prices, he sold just to ruin the prices, but he needs, rather than denying your opponent, you need to think what's good for you, and you need to buy, yes, click up to castle, yes. And now all of these towers getting upgraded and the skirms getting the armor for free, this will be huge. The upgrades are still on the way, but, and they take time, but this will be instant. Another tower is added. And your opponent can't leave this position. If you had a tower here would be nice. To deny this final stone. Any new villagers that Orange Mamba adds have no place to work on. And yeah, you don't need a tower there if your villagers can... Yeah, Orange Mamba really had a rough game here. And I can relate to Orange Mamba because this is how my games on... This is why I don't like Haboob. My games on Haboob always go like this game is going for Orange Mamba. And yes, I agree, Lohabquas, just build a castle and go all in on Karambits. Oh, trying to get the wall in there? Oh, that's interesting. If he had some siege... Yeah, but now that these are Eagle Warriors and not Eagle Scouts... The difference is ridiculous. Now the skirmishers are completely useless. Orange Mamba has found a small window back in the game. The problem now is these towers. Now the skirmishers are no longer a problem. Yeah, that trap was beautiful. Now the problem is that these towers all got upgraded. And there's a castle here. Oof. And it's so frustrating because, yeah, you don't need to micro towers and they are just shredding you out. It's so... Once you play against Koreans that start spamming towers everywhere, you just feel frustrated. Because you try to micro, you try to do things and they are just out there making your life a nightmare. Yeah, you need siege. And even siege, it takes time for the mangonels to clear the towers or the rams and everything. And then a villager pops out and snipes your siege. The castle is here on the front and we see some war wagons, and now the problem is the villager numbers. I feel like Orange Mamba has reached a point where he doesn't have enough villagers to contest the game anymore. I feel like there's a critical number of vills. The trap made me feel good, but the castle erased that. Yeah, I totally understand. That's the thing about playing behind. Even if when you're playing behind, you can gather some victories, but your opponent is in such a commanding position. We do see another tower here. And Yinska was very ruthless here. This is someone who clearly prepared for the map. And clearly, we were talking about preparation earlier, that these sets are not the same as playing ranked. And yeah, the mangonel will fall. That's the thing. The guard towers and upgraded guard towers, you think, oh, I just built siege, but you even need to micro the siege, and yeah, GG. Yinska was very dominant here. Very well played. I feel like, yeah, and Orange Mamba, of course, had a very rough Dark Age. And when you're playing against this style of all-in, having a rough Dark Age on the back makes your game very difficult. This is still here, the all-in villagers, but well played, both of you, and Yinska with a lot of preparation for sure. Let me go back to this page. And we did see the Koreans. I need to play Koreans more. Winning against the Mayans. The power of skirmishers. GG, I'm happy that worked. Yeah, that's another thing. When you go into tournaments, these kind of wonky builds, you win, you feel great, you lose, you're like, why didn't I play standard? Why did I risk it? Why? It's a double-edged blade. You win, you feel great, your opponent feels bad because it feels bad to lose these kind of games. You lose, then you're just punching yourself. Why did I go this? Why didn't I go standard? But now we're probably going for... Oh, don't worry, Jinska, and thanks for dropping by. Always glad to have the support from you and for everyone. And now we're probably moving to Sandrift. I'm going to load up the second match here. Yes, it is Sandrift. Ooh, and I see, once again, Jinska wants to be the aggressor, just from the Thieves alone. And hello, hello! Here we are, Open Land Mercenary Group B. And we have here in the north, playing as the Portuguese, Orange Mamba. And in the south, in the red color, playing as the Celts, we have Jinska. And Celts are one of the most aggressive Thieves in the game. There's a famous line that Celt eat TC with their amazing siege. And this is a map, Sandrift, that's very peculiar. You can't build around your TC. This terrain, you'll see them here in the center of the map, is unbuildable. So if you're trying to farm, you need to farm here on the outside. And this forces you to have such a spread eco. It's very hard to play on the defensive here. And I do feel like Portuguese are the most defensive Civ, but Portuguese are also super versatile. They have great monks, they have great discount on the gold units, so you don't want to be forced into trash. You don't want to be forced into skirmishers, you don't want to be forced into spears. You want to be playing knights, archers, gold units. They do have a bonus of gathering wood from the berries. And are overall just a strong and versatile Civs. While Jinska here with the Celts has a great eco bonus of harvesting wood faster, and then the infantry moves faster is one of the big bonuses that comes into play. And the second big bonus, of course, is the siege firing faster. That makes their mangonels especially very threatening. We see the boar getting lured. How's the scouting? Jinska sees both boars. I think he pulled in all goats, while Orange Mamba sees the boar, both boars as well, and I think he also... Oh, there's a goat there missing? Yeah, that's the only goat missing. And you don't remember, you know you found one, you don't remember where your scout has been, and finding that second goat now will be a pain. Oh, this villager got 2 HP. Estou pronto. Both of them going for a standard opening. 2 on wood for the Celts and 3 on wood for the Portuguese. So Celts probably going up with 18 villagers, Portuguese going up with 19 villagers. And I do wonder, fast castle is not that... just naked fast castle is not that viable. I would like to see from Jinska, I do wonder what he has in store, but Men at Arms Rush to buy time, and Men at Arms into Castle Age. That's how I think Jinska should play this, but let's see. He can also go for something super wonky like Scout Rush with the Celts. With 2 on wood, that is a possibility, but I doubt it. Pushing in some deer for an Orange Mamba. At this elo, some players do it, some players don't. Always glad to see it. Oh, Garrison could be dangerous. Because the target could have switched into this one, but he saves it. And that has happened to me. Don't forget Feitorias. Yes. I'm Portuguese, I do not forget the Feitorias. But in an open land map, I would be very surprised if Feitorias come into play here. I would be very, very surprised. 18 villagers. Oh, and no loom. So, no loom tells me that this will very likely be an infantry push. Now, this could have been an even more lethal timing. Skipping loom is great because you can get the 3 militia and the Man at Arms upgrade with your starting gold. The way you can make this even more threatening is skipping the mill for now. Use the barracks first for your H-up building, but he's going for a forward barracks, so that's another good possibility. But if you want your timing to be really, really threatening and impeccable, using the barracks instead of a mill to age up can be a way to make your militia be out on the field even faster. And Orange Mamba, just by a little bit, did not spot this. And now he'll have a barracks in the face. And once the hunt goes out, there will be no more safe eco anywhere. So Yinska really came into this tournament with the aggressive approach. Yeah. Still 1 minute 20 for Orange Mamba. Militia get clicked right away. Oh, but he's housed! No, that's another thing that you need to be very careful when doing these militia pushes. It's so common for that to happen. That happened to me today. So, I can't judge you. This is very common. And this is also sometimes... There are players who go to tournaments with strategies they've practiced 100 times. Others arrive to tournaments and since they are forced to play more versatile, they know how strategies work, but they haven't played them a lot. And this could be one of those cases. He knows how to militia rush. Or maybe sometimes I might be overreading and this just happened because it did. Yeah, the scout fight, yeah. The scout fight was impossible for you to win. And we see second barracks, so this will be a huge commitment into infantry. And the Portuguese, I see all of this on stone. Great eco balance. I see this and it's like fast castle, organ gun. Of course, if Celts went fast castle, mangoes, the mangoes would be good against organ guns, but Portuguese have a huge power spike in early castle age. Unfortunately, this is very efficient against lack of military, and once, yeah, the man-at-arms upgrade hits right now, you can fight militia. Fighting against man-at-arms is a lot harder. And 3 villagers already went down. Those are so fast. And did he spot the 2 barracks? No! Orange Mamba doesn't know there are 2 barracks in the face. He's forced to add a defensive tower. The stone is good for that. I like that house there to help in the wall, but they weren't fast enough. And they are so quick, the militia. You're not used to seeing militia zoom by this quickly, and more villagers will go down. And the more villagers you have, the less villagers you have, the more damage losing each villager does. Orange Mamba is back down to 15 villagers. 14. And think about what is a 14 villager eco. But he has clicked up to castle. This can be a very... Now this is not a can be, this will be a very all-in style of game. He needs to reach castle and drop down... drop a castle and build some organ guns. It's the only window he has. I wonder what will be Yinska's reaction to seeing Castle Age. And now as Yinska, what you need to do is get good eco. The bar seems red from here, yes. As Yinska, you know, of course you don't know the numbers, you've got so much damage. Get a good eco and get yourself up to castle as well. Orange Mamba does not have enough eco to drop the castle right away, but now Yinska knows what he's playing against. Yeah, I don't recall Yinska being this... I agree, Credentost. I don't remember Yinska being this threatening. Oh, that villager got stuck there in nothing. Yinska is becoming the lower elo Jolloping Chris. Because that's one thing. For example, Jolloping Chris if you're playing against Jaloping Chris, you know his name. You know who Jaloping Chris is. You know his playstyle. And that makes it a lot weaker. The fact that people know you. Ginska, as people are saying, is not known for this. If Orange Mamba knew, okay, I'm going to play against full-on aggression every single game, this would have been a completely different set, but Ginska... Yeah, this is a rough one for you, Orange Mamba. Ginska is playing this the super aggressive style, and he's playing it super cleanly. TCC maps were very boomy. I also agree on that, yes. Oh, what? That tile is cursed. Second villager we see getting stuck there. Orange Mamba has enough for a castle, and we see the castle there in the back. But no one is building the castle, it's just cute. 12 villagers and a dream. Basically, fame is a debuff. Why do you think I lose matches? Because I'm famous, that's the only reason. Yeah, but now Orange Mamba will have a castle, but he will have enough eco to only produce one organ gun or two. The tower goes down. He can even... Ginska doesn't know, he could push the TC. There's no villagers there. You can deny your opponent's only TC now. And he sees the castle. And of course, organ guns are good against that army comp. And Ginska has safe eco where he has all that he needs. He has wood and gold, that's all he needs. And these are some happy organ guns with some bonus damage against infantry. And Ginska once again folding a lot of gold. Yeah, buy food. I like... Ginska is clearly a player who likes to use the market to go up to castle. Are you stuck? No, you're just silly. Yeah, Ginska now also on the way to castle. And as Orange Mamba, it's like, what do you do? Yes, you amass some organ guns, but how can you convert this army into a victory? That's the hard part now. 13 pop fast castle new map. Yes. I mean, you got your opponent on the run now. You're decimating him. The pincer! They are surrounded! Yeah, the problem is, I think, will be a lot of Galt Siege on the way soon. And Galt Siege is great against the organ guns. Could as well go 13 pop fast imp, yes! And yeah, that's the other thing. This map has a lot of hunt and things scattered around. Usually you are punished for expanding. Ginska behind this has been grabbing all of the rest scattered around. But you are... Orange Mamba finding some damage now. If Orange Mamba wins this, and I doubt it, but he is doing what he can. And this is... If you want to try to win, this is what you must do. Do not try to play standard when you are behind. Ginska goes Castle Age. Ginska can be the one to go fast imp. Now getting... Oh, only getting double bid-X now. He is the Celts through... Losing villagers here. And this is starting... If Ginska goes down to 12 villagers now... Even going to lose a villager there to the lions. Yeah, adding some siege, you need the mangonels. What are these villagers doing here? The villagers are just fighting against the wildlife everywhere. Goat here. This seems like something that Phosphorus... Yes, yes, yes. This has Phosphorus style written all over it. I agree. Yeah, but Orange Mamba, of course, the problem is the length of time. 2k res collected difference. The problem is how long Jinska had a good eco up and running. And now the Mangonel is here. And they will not be saying sing, they will be saying no when they see that Mangonel. Yeah. Mangoes are the best counter against organs, at least at this stage of the game in these numbers. Now Orange Mamba grabbing a little bit of the map. We have 11 minutes of idle TC time versus 62. We do see some villagers there. And this is 12 to 19. What is this game? How is this still a game? How Orange Mamba somehow? Yeah, yes, organs are not that great against mangoes. Oof. And these are Celt mangoes, and they are being microed well. But this is 20 versus 12 villagers. At 25 minutes. This is not normal. Is this what happened to the meta of Age of Empires while I was gone? Is this how the game is played now? Am I the one who's wrong? Have villagers been overrated this entire time? And Jinska planning on dropping a castle and Wold Raiders. Yes, and that's true, Kratos. The aggressor, I think. But yeah, we see Jinska dropping a defensive castle, and Wold Raiders will be a great unit here to raid and everything. And Jinska, 12 is such a critical number. Jinska with 24, he can still reboom, he can still remass. The problem with 12 is that to sustain army and villager production and everything, you're paying such a huge price. I mean, he's not sustaining villager production at all. Dropping below a certain number just grinds your economy down into a halt. But he's getting redemption. Unfortunately, the Wold Raiders will soon be here. I've been gone for 3 years and now people are opening. Yeah, everyone's playing skirms. That's why I lost all my elo as an archer player. Because everyone opens skirms now. The monk here. Oh, the monk will get castled. Oh, he saw it. Oh, no. Oh, nice range. Yeah, skirm opening is a thing. I've won like 6 games in a row with skirm openings. So skirm openings are a thing for sure. Yeah, spear skirm. With Byzantines, with Lithuanians, with Koreans. Ooh. Incas, yes. Oh, deletes the mango. That was a good call. How is this game still being played? That's my question. And the thing is, I could be like, oh, just GG out of it, Orange Mamba. I think Orange Mamba is behind, yes, but I think he should keep playing this game, at least for a while. Ooh, the monk, if he can convert this before it getting the mango popping out. But it takes a long time to convert buildings. Will he notice the mango and switch the target? Nice micro. Targeting the ground there. What is this battle? The mango won. That was bad luck there. Gotta figure out spear skirm build for melee. Ooh. I like playing the melee. Yeah, that was very intense, but now That battle was peak AOE2, I agree. But now... I could be commenting on it, but I was like speechless just watching the, the action. Ginska getting the second TC. We see another monk, probably going for the relic. I mean, that will be, considering that your eco is 17 villagers, that relic will be a huge boost to your eco. There, I like how there's like 3 militia here, 2 barracks here. This minimap looks like a clickbait thumbnail from T90. Some arrows, and they did what? And I need to work on my thumbnail faces. This Mangonel here, just being threatening. Is he Sanctity on the way? I do like the monk play. Looks like something a moderate AI would do. Go monks. The university drop, yes. Oh, and the Mangonel does get converted. Those can be cleared just by an organ gun right away, and Orange Mamba's army is starting to get a little bit scary. He needs to pressure this DC with the mango. Oh, we see Light Cav on the way, and Light Cav will be great against this. And Devotion. Yeah, that's the thing. Usually, you only think about playing to your strengths. But sometimes you need to play to your opponent's weaknesses. Celts don't have that great of a Cav line, but they are your opponent's weakness. I would like to see Wold Raiders. I think Wold Raiders would not be that bad here. And I think Wold Raiders have bonus against conversion? Or am I wrong? I think Wold Raiders have a bonus against monks as well. I think Wold Raiders will be an insane unit here. How will this mango go? Mango will take down the mango. Yeah, probably distracted with something else. The scouts go... Oh, the scout's still alive. Okay. And this TC will go down. How is Orange Mamba still in this? And yeah, you're playing this very well, Orange Mamba. The fact that you are still in this game, you're with 19 eco. I don't know how this is possible. But it is happening. And Yinska is being pressured, and things can start. I feel like you haven't done still enough to conquer the win. But you are getting there. If you keep gaining these small wins, if things keep going more and more into your favor, yeah, this number of organ guns can now start melting anything that shows up, and that Mangonel can get mangoed. Oh, but you won't see it. Ah, that's costing Orange Mamba the yeah, you should get the conversion. How was that not a conversion? No! That was a frustrating one to watch. The TC staying up and not getting that conversion, that was huge. That could... Getting the TC and the conversion could have shifted the because now you need to... Those are 3 mangoes, now you need to get a conversion and destroy the other ones with the one you converted. Everything is going on, going forward for the attack. Convert one. No, no conversions once again. Oof, and I feel like now... Now things are complicated. They are... Orange Mamba is doing a great job with the army control. But still he's losing a lot, and Oh, so many organ guns went down. The villager with her pair there. And organ guns are strong in the mass. The villager count got a little bit more even. If this TC went down there, if one of those conversions got in, how is such a chaotic game being decided by so many details? And the Mango gets the lead. They are... I praise your tenacity, Orange Mamba. The fact that you are still playing this for the win after that opening is commendable. Absolutely commendable. And Yinsuke is probably thinking, how is this guy not out of the game yet? Get a conversion. Nope. Oh, the monks not the lack of conversions in these last 3 or 4 minutes. And we are at 42 minutes of in-game time. And it's 31 to 26 villagers. There's the... On X/Twitter, there's that out of context Age of Empires. This is a good out of context Age of Empires screenshot. Right here. How are we in a even position at 42 minutes with 30 villagers? And hello Stephanie, I'm doing great. And I hope you're also having a wonderful time. I'm casting Insanity over here on the Specialists Cup. More organ guns on the way. If you could only get a conversion fight. Oh, losing another monk. This is being costly. Oh yeah, I like these moves to convert the siege workshops. Go, go, go. Convert, convert. I like that. Yes. And now, will Orange Mamba get the V lead? For the first time in how many minutes? Yes! Orange Mamba has the V lead. Orange Mamba went from 12 villagers to having the V lead. At the 45-minute mark. This match is amazing. This is not a matchup, I'm watching art. This is an art piece unfolding behold my very eyes. This is performative art. Now you need one knight? These mangles are all scattered. Yes, it's an investment. Yeah, that's the problem. The problem with monks is that you need to micro them everywhere. A single knight would be able to melt down so many mangoes. What even is this game? Yes! I agree. My only answer to that is yes. And that TC will be eaten now. And both players are back down to 1 TC. Oh, the TC stays up. Just send a stone there. Finish that TC. Yeah, I mean the pikemans can be used to take that out. Ah, more monks going down. I feel like Orange Mamba, this is being his main mistake is the amount of monks he's been losing. Of course, for us it's easy to look at one thing at a time. For the players, this is being pure chaos. And Orange Mamba is now investing a lot into these mangonels. And this is the last siege workshop for Jinska. So Jinska will be siegeless and then you can double down on the organ guns. Because organ guns do great against the light cav, but they do horribly against... But the mangonels do horribly against them. Decent targeting there, but yeah, the cavalry will melt those mangles, and then mangles are very expensive. Oh, nice shot there. Yes, your army is going down, take some on the way with you. But Orange Mamba does have the Vil lead, and does have the military lead somehow. And if this was a print screen of a game and you told me it was only 20 minutes in, I would believe you. more monks on the way. A lot of monks on the queue. The spearman to take care of the light cav. There's still a mango there. What is this game? Oh, steal the farms. Is he going to steal the farms? Steal the farms. Yes! 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 Delete them! Steal! Delete! Steal! Delete! Delete! Keep at it! He's probably distracted with something else. No! That villager could have won the game, just keep stealing farms and deleting them. Okay, pop out your... Yes. That's the best outcome. That TC did eventually go down. And his house at 44 pop. At 50 minutes. Yeah, now the organ guns. You need to get the monks forward for the Mangonel. Yeah, now you need to get Jinska into that position of... You are building a farm? You're repairing a farm? Okay. I'm confused about what that villager is doing. He's repairing farms instead of gathering from them. Just badonk that villager. And now... Oh, he's repairing the organ guns. Oh, that makes sense. Ooh, a lot of... Oh, no conversion on the... Mangonel. I feel like I'm going insane watching this game. I feel like I'm losing my sanity. Okay, now... Okay, TC is going up there. Now, Orange Mamba needs to scalp that side of the eco. Orange Mamba has 0 on food. Oh. Ah. Losing another monk. Yeah, the amount of monks, I know this message was from a while ago, but now it's even more true. The amount of... I think the only reason why Orange Mamba hasn't won this game yet was because of how many monks he lost. Taking down this siege workshop would also be a nice feat. Oh, that Mangonel there. Yeah, I can't believe Orange Mamba actually sent some back to gold. A lot of villagers went down there. The power of a random mango. Everything is panang everywhere. And these are light caps, so they are a lot better against... Oh, when the repair villager will make it on time. Ah, yeah, but light cav are a lot stronger versus villagers than scouts. Still, the light cav goes down. Only 1 military for Ginska. Orange Mamba needs to start clearing some of these. Going forward with villagers. Ooh, be careful. There's a TC there. I mean... You got a villager kill at least. Oops, sorry for that, zooming in and out. What is this? Yeah, melt that TC and then you have another one that you need to take care of. Still no wood raiders. Yeah, don't worry, Lohabquaz. I was also doubting a lot. I did not imagine that this game would go like this. Big. Will this be the GG castle? I mean, it shouldn't be. You have to. I think the problem now is the positioning of the military. Orange Mamba should have more military here. He has 23 versus 3. He has an insane military lead. But the military is scattered, targeting low value targets. The 24 military is not getting any value right now. This castle will go up, but it's not the end of the world. You can move to this stone. This is not a game-defining castle. But I feel like Orange Mamba needs something in his arsenal to start dealing with castles. The combined villager count is lower, yes, than the time that has passed. That is true. And now we see another TC there. Oh, I need to stop doing that. And this TC goes down. This TC is idle. And I feel like, for example, Orange Mamba stopped villager production and things like that. I feel like watching this replay, both of the players are probably thinking, oh, I was a lot closer to winning than I assumed. Maybe if I hadn't stopped villager production, maybe if I switched this or that around, maybe if I moved my army here or there. I wonder how many of those kinds of thoughts these players are having. Yeah, convert the market, convert the buildings. That's a huge, a very good use for your monks. Because this is a game that it's like, oh, if I did this, if I moved there, the game would be over by now. It's a game that's defined by a lot of small decisions. A market now for Orange Mamba. For example, that I talked about the knight to melt the mangoes. I feel like one single knight on the field for Orange Mamba and just use the market and buy yourself one knight would have made this match very different. Just a single knight. And TCs go up, TCs go down, TCs go up, TCs go down. Orange Mamba has the military lead, and he will, if things keep going like this, he will have the villager lead once again. How will this game end? That's my question for you. How will this game end? Will anyone call an early GG? Will there be an insane... Another TC here in the back for... This is a great TC for Orange Mamba. Like, what's the moment... What decides a game like this? Will one player reach Imp? Will a player get so tired that they just GG out of it? The game has ended 45 minutes ago. True. But then it didn't end. And now... I think it was you who commented that red... you saw a lot of red on the screen. Now I see a lot of blue. Dabudi dabuda. And now the organ guns can start finding some meaningful damage here on the economy. Oh, let me unselect because of all of the warnings. Another siege workshop. This is like the 4th siege workshop that Yinska has built. Another market because the market got converted. I like Age of Empires. This is why I like this game. If these find some good volleys... no veal conversions. Ruben and Andre. Yeah, when all resources are spent. I mean, if it goes to that, we have Portuguese here. So, if this game goes on for 3 or 4 more hours, the Portuguese have won this. Imagine a game like this being decided by Fatorians. I can't believe that would happen, but ooh, the villagers are here under the TC, and this Mango can find some juicy shots. Another castle. Ooh, the Mango could... Ooh, that was so dangerous. Yeah, try to find as much damage as you can. Yeah, but he can afford to lose this castle because this TC, because now he has this TC here. And both players, this is a nomadic map. Both players are just losing TCs and relocating somewhere else. Yeah, you need to be careful about that Mango. Oof. Nice shot for free. No! And this is tiredness. Orange Mamba is probably so exhausted already. Ah, this is good when you have more than one monk. One can convert and the other can heal the converter. The convertible. Oh, yes. Orange Mamba does have the eco lead and the military lead. Ginska still ahead on res collected. 85 to 113 unit KD. We see another monastery. The relics have generated almost 2k gold already. Ginska is dropping castles on stone, and that's a great play. Yeah, this is how this is how this game was supposed. What happened here? Wait. What? What happened here? Oh, that was huge. A Mango spawned there and funnel. Yeah, because I just saw a bunch of organ guns. No reaction on the Mango. Yeah, Orange Mom is probably so exhausted right now and trying to micro, trying to boom. And now that the organs are down, there's nothing to defend these monks. Oof. This was very costly. Now Ginska has the military lead. For the first time in forever. And Orange Mamba has the eco lead. Yeah, but this is how Age of Empires is meant to be played. Nowadays we just had too many villagers, too many pop. This is a good play. The relocating to stone and keep adding more and more castles. Your opponent doesn't have anything that can deal with castles. You're just buying yourself more and more space. I like, for example, a castle here would be nice. If a castle can pay for yourself in a great game as scrappy as this, it is worth it. Yeah. A castle could be dropped here. Because you're not only gaining the immediate payback of the stone, you're gaining map control. And that's huge in a scrappy match like this. You're gaining safe eco as well. Look at what is this mill? This just shows how chaotic this game is. When a player adds a mill here, of all places. And Ninska is almost ready to drop another castle. 70 minutes horse collar, let's go! And I'm sorry, but this game has gone for so long. I want to do a full bookshelf break later, but I need to do a 30-second break. I'm sorry, be right back. Okay. Sorry, but I really needed to go for a quick break. I'm back. I was not expecting to have an hour and 11-minute long match in the in the open land bracket. Let's go, Daniel Olsen! Yeah, that's one thing. We have Palmet here, who's also a Brandon Sanderson fan. That was just a small bookshelf break. I have Brandon Sanderson, Robert Jordan, but I'm a huge fan, especially of Brandon Sanderson. That's why I love the bookshelf break. But yeah, back into the focus of this match. More villagers went down for Ginska. He wanted to keep the castle pushing, but Orange Mamba has organ guns once again. Oh, extracting these relics will be a good blow. No, I don't have Yu-Gi-Oh! I have Magic the Gathering. I have Magic the Gathering cards and Weiss Schwarz. Yu-Gi-Oh! I know the game, but I never actively played it. But I love collectible card games. And the monastery will go down, the relics will pop out. Oh, let's go, the monthly boxes, yeah. And it's... Sometimes, for example, if you're a fan of George R.R. Martin, your life is pain because you have no books coming out. Brandon Sanderson knows how to treat his fans. Like, amazing. I have the leather-bound books, the Dress of the Emerald Sea and everything. Leather-bound. I have a signed copy of one of the books. And he releases a lot of things for us to read. Being a Brandon Sanderson fan is great. But we do see one monastery goes down, another gets added. The boom here in the back. What is this? But I do feel like Orange Mamba. This is a match about endurance. Oh, I was about to say Orange Mamba running out of steam, but no, he's clicked up to Imp, and this is what he needs. We are talking about the castles that don't have an answer. Yeah, I never thought we would see Imp. Oh, and actually, Feiturias now can be a good... Because it's one thing to have 80 villagers. Feiturias now can start booming your economy. If you can have enough to start dropping some Feiturias here in the back, you have an insane economy. One trebuchet to pressure and some Feiturias to be your economy. That's what I would love to see. Just one Feituria will be the hardest one to get, and then that one can get you the future ones. Getting the first Feituria will be very hard. You have safe stone here, but you do not know how safe it is. You do not want to alert your opponent. And I like how everything around this castle has been fully mined out. You do have some... Orange Mama has some spearmans and organs to deal with the scouts. Scouts have no chance in this engagement. And I feel like... the Imp timing could start sealing the victory in favor of Orange Mamba. And the thing is, Imp opens so many options. I feel like the choice that Orange Mamba goes for, the order that he clicks upgrades and everything, he doesn't have the same omniscience that we have. He doesn't know everything that's happening, but the decisions he makes once he reaches Imp will determine his position in the game, and he's starting to get some gold and stone. I would love to see Feiturias. I would love to see Feiturias here to be your eco. We see a trap on the way. If he starts plumping houses everywhere, that's the preparations. Ooh, that's not a lot of houses, but that's enough for a Feituria. Just drop more with another villager. I mean, he doesn't have wood. That's why he's not adding more houses. Yes. Feituria, Feituria. And now, yeah, and now Yinska is using the market. He knows he needs to go up to Imp as well. Ah, they are not. I was wondering if they were going to wall themselves in. Oh, the The pikes are good against both the light cav, but you need to be careful with the castle fire. Okay, only one went down. Pikes here, spearmans here are great against everything your opponent is doing. Do not get eco upgrades. Get Feitorías. Oh, the Wood Raiders, the unit that I think should have been out on the field many minutes ago. Okay, they just melt against the organs. Jinska now, I think because he saw the Imperial Age, is playing a lot more aggressive. I do like this TC here if it only went up a little bit sooner. And I don't think Orange Mamba is going for the Feitorías at least soon. If he had a market, he could just sell some food and get them. Sometimes Feitorías are kind of like a meme. I honestly believe they are the best possible play here. I don't say that as a meme. I do believe Feitorías here would be the best possible play. Because usually a Feitoría is like can be a 10% increase of your eco or something. Here a Feitoría would boost your eco by like 40% because the baseline you are comparing to is so low. You have so few villagers. Ooh, but the army comp from Jinske is getting very strong. The Wood Raiders, the Light Cav, Mangonels, and even his own monks. Jinske is starting to get a very strong army for the first time. Orange Mamba, you have the resources. Wait, what? How did you get to Imp? Yes, exactly. Let's go. We are in Imp. No Feitorías yet, but I have hope. What? Okay, that was an attempt at a castle, but here in the corner, no one will see it. Oh. Oh. No conversions. It's still going on. Yes! It's still going on. We are in Imperial Age with 40 versus 40 villagers. And this is, honestly, I think this is one of the best matches of the tournament. Honestly. I feel the tournament is still starting. Don't worry, don't worry. The tournament is just starting. I feel like this is a top tier match. And I have that. I have the blessing of caster that I don't do any particular research. I have no idea what sets I'm picking. I don't know why. I always pick bangers. I know there are sets that are more interesting, and unfortunately, sometimes there are sets that are less interesting. Today, we just have bangers. But now these villagers are going down. We see no Feitorías. And I feel like now, you don't have enough like time or economy to do that transition, and Jinske is now on the way to Imp. I feel like the Feitoría play can still happen, but if it does happen now, it will be a lot less efficient. I feel like the window was there. They are so fast. And the castle doesn't completely range them. Yeah, Wood Raiders are a very good unit for this kind of chaotic matches. Orange Mamba, it's 350 World 350. GG! Ah! I think this is not an early GG. GG, what a game, yes, for sure. Oof! What if I told you I forgot that Feiturias existed? No! They were your key! They were your key, Orange Mamba! I do understand, and especially early GG if you ask me. I agree, and this can be an early GG, honestly. And I understand because when you're playing a match like this, you forget about the options that are on the table. Could have dragged out at least another 15 minutes. But yeah, this was a very fun set. I was planning on casting more sets today, but my time, unfortunately, is running out. I don't have enough time for... that sounded way too dramatic. No, I just need to go have dinner. But... and I won't be streaming more Age of Empires this week, but next week probably I'll be streaming more. But this was very fun. This was a great set. The 2 sets that I've casted today. I had more planned, but... this was... I say that because I see Baron Morg von Wiegard here in chat. If I casted 4 sets, you would be my 4th set. Your name is here on my list. But, alas... yeah, I understand. The GGN you've been playing for so long. But... yeah, no, this was very exciting. I had a great time casting these 2 sets that I'm playing... I mean, you plan to cast open land matches. I've played my set this morning and it was like 40-50 minutes. 40 minutes if you only count the matches themselves. And I was like, yeah, each set will be 40 minutes. I wasn't expecting to have a set that goes to game 3 and then a match that goes for an hour and a half. But this was very, very fun. And of course, thanks Xardas for organizing this. Thanks for everyone who joined here in chat to watch. Thanks for the players who provide us with these amazing sets. And I do see that Age of Empires is starting his stream, or has started. So I can't trade from YouTube to Twitch, but I haven't watched Age of Empires casting yet. I'm curious. I will leave the link here if anyone wants to keep watching more from this set. And yes, Dizzy unfortunately wasn't able to join today. Age of Empires is casting if anyone is interested. And yeah, people have work, people have things to do. I also have things to do. Yeah, that was it for tonight. Had a great time. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'm TheNando. I really enjoy being here and casting some Age of Empires, and I hope to see you on the next one. Keep enjoying Age of Empires and keep enjoying the good things of life. Bye bye everyone.